What's up? So today we are going to be doing a build update video. If you guys missed the live streams, which I suggest people don't because you get to see exclusive things, the process of testing things, but actually you should still join them because I'm out of testing mode. I can finally relax, I can finally focus on having fun with the game. But I tested all these things out strictly for you guys and for myself, of course. So we're going to be going through it. Let's just jump right into it. Let's go right into the stand-up, okay? This was the stand-up, or was very close to what the stand-up was, with some minor changes and facts. So, this stand-up build is very, very stinking good. 4s and 6s. I know in stream I said it's only 6s, but my mind is finally changed, and I'll explain why later. So, the pros. It saves things while out of position. When you have high agility or contortionist, which is basically just agility, I'll also explain that, even though I've explained it 100 times. With high agility, you can save things while you're slightly out of position. Let's say you're baiting for the post. Your goalie will still save the post even though you're baiting for them to shoot there. So you can cheat slightly for the cross crease. Things like that. Of course, if you're completely out of position, you won't save it. Okay, so that's what agility helps with. Now, the disadvantages that I've seen is you get post sniped, and you have a slightly higher chance of just getting sniped while you're in position. For some reason, I have no idea why. But when that was happening, my build looked like this: 91 speed. You guys know why? It's because I think speed helps with. I know speed helps with 5-hole. So I wanted 91 speed. That's the maximum of 5-hole I could get. That's the best 5-hole in theory that you could get with the speed. But then I changed it back to 90, which was what it is supposed to be. That's what the build was originally. That's how it was all made out to be. 90 speed. And then I stopped getting sniped. I'll have to keep testing it, but I feel like that's the reason. That might help with the reason. So I'm just going to keep it at 90 speed. 5-hole has not been going in, so I'll just keep it there just in case. But after testing, if that doesn't help, I will change out contortionist for light work. For 2 reasons. One, I have a feeling that the agility overloads. The contortionist overloads the agility. It's just out of control. If you guys look at the requirements, each requirement is sort of what it helps you in already. Like you can see, butterfly thought helps with 5-hole, and the requirement is 5-hole. X-ray's requirement is vision, and it helps with vision. Things like that. XXX. So contortionist requirement is agility, so it helps in agility. You see? So with all that on, it just overloads the agility a little bit, and it might help you get sniped. So if that starts happening, and if you guys test it and it happens to you, take out contortionist and put light work on, okay? And then that should help, because it did help me one time, but I think the contortionist helps so much when you're slightly out of position, so I'll just keep using contortionist until it makes it go bad. Now, let's say we made the build, why did I go out? Let's say we made the build with low agility, which would be very, very good, because you wouldn't get sniped as much, and when you're in position you have a like 1,000,000,000% chance of making the save. But the disadvantage is, I have a feeling, I didn't test this that much, but there's no reason for me to test it unless the stand-up with high agility goes completely bad, which I really don't think it will. I think I have it down. But if it does go bad, I would have to make it low agility. My build would probably look something like this, and you would have to be very, very good in positioning, or else your build will not help you if you are slightly out of position. It will not.
Just don't do it.
All of these explanations are basically completely based off of what I have learned in the last 2.5 weeks of live streaming. Okay, so let's move on to the butterfly situation. If you guys have been watching the streams, you know the whole time I was using butterfly. I can 1,000,000,000% assure you, for me, butterfly is not my build. My perfect perfect movement build is the stand-up. It moves so pure for me. All the movements are perfect. The pushes are perfect. I love how it saves cross creases. But with the butterfly, it's a little bit weird. I can't explain why the movement is so weird. There's no attribute for that. It's just the build's core. The core of the build just doesn't move the same or as good for me. If it moves good for you, go ahead. So what's the problem with it then? The problem with it is it can't save cross creases. Okay? It just can't. It doesn't have enough momentum like the other builds. It can't save cross. I don't care if you have gold. I don't care if your build looks like this. Gold post to post with no timer and dialed in. I don't care what your build looks like. It can't save stinking cross creases. The closest I've gotten to it saving close cross creases was with high agility, but it messed something up and I can't remember what it messed up, but it really didn't make the build. It didn't really do much to it. I tested it out, it didn't do much to it. So just keep the low agility on. I think this is the closest I can get. Not with this. Let's discard everything. Let's discard everything. That's not what the build looked like. I think this is the closest I can get to a good butterfly build. I think this is the best butterfly build for me that I could possibly make for myself. If you like the butterfly, use the one I made in my video, because people said that build is really, really elite. Now here's what I know. Agility doesn't affect the butterfly. Agility actually hurts the build slightly and gives it late animations. Okay? It's very strange how it does that, what it does. That's what it messed up. By the way, I have a script here because I can't remember everything I've learned. So that's why I'm starting to remember everything now. Okay? So post to post doesn't affect it. No timer doesn't affect it. I tested all these with low and high agility. They don't do anything on the butterfly. I don't care what you say. They don't. Okay? And don't tell me you did find out how to make the butterfly build work for cross creases, because you didn't. Because I tried everything for 3 weeks. Okay? So if you don't like butterfly effect on the butterfly, where's my other butterfly build at? Then make your build look like this. Okay? Because dialed in is very promising for the butterfly. It gives you good animations. The movement is a little bit better. The rebounds are really good. So use this build if you don't want butterfly effect on the butterfly. Okay? Short video, but a good update. Okay? And by the way, I can't make the hybrid work. I don't know. I can't handle the hybrid right now. I'm not going to deal with it. If you guys can figure out how to make a hybrid, good for you. I'm never going to figure out the hybrid. This is just a stinking... I'll never figure it out. If the stand-up works, I'm just going to use the stand-up. There's no reason to use anything else. Okay? I know this video kind of contradicts everything that the people that have watched my live streams know. They know I wasn't using the stand-up at all, but the butterfly needed to be tested. Like, really needed to be tested. So, I'll see you guys next time. Join the live streams, okay? I live stream every weekend. Where you guys at? Alright? I'll see you guys then. Goodbye.